Well, hello there. It's Mr. Alessandrini here, and I want to go ahead and talk to you about two different types of sentences for today. The first type of sentence is called a run-on sentence, and the second type of a sentence is called a fragment. We are going to be working on producing complete sentences, recognizing and correcting inappropriate fragments and run-ons. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first type of sentence is called a run-on sentence. And a run-on sentence is when you have two or more complete sentences in one sentence. I want you to look at the runner here. Notice how a runner has two legs. In this case, the runner has two legs, and we need to remember that two or more complete sentences in one sentence makes a run-on sentence. An example of a run-on sentence could go something like this. I like to go running in the woods. Running is tough exercise, but I like it. If you look closely, you're going to find at least two separate individual sentences. The first being, I like to go running in the woods. The second one you could say is, running is tough exercise, but I like it. You could even make an argument that there's a third sentence, and that sentence being, I like it. So as you can see here, this sentence has at least two sentences in it, and we can't have that. That's a run-on sentence. So to correct this, what I ended up doing was I put a period after the word woods and capitalized running. Now it sounds like, I like to go running in the woods. Running is tough exercise, but I like it. You could also put a comma at the end of that first sentence, and then put the conjunction yet, or you could use the word and, the word or the word but, and make it into a compound sentence. That's completely fine. You could even put what's called a semicolon, or as we like to look at it as emojis, it's our little winky face right there. Semicolons are a lesson we haven't learned yet, and I doubt we're going to get to that this year, but that's something else that you can do. Our other type of sentence is called a fragment, and a fragment is simply an incomplete thought. In this case, I have a half a piece of bread, because that's an incomplete piece of bread right there. Some of it's missing. And in a fragment, we have an incomplete thought. Part of the sentence is missing. Here I have three examples of a sentence fragment. The first one being, although I was tired. Second one is being only 14, and the third one is which wasn't enough food. All of these are examples of fragments because they're only half sentences. They're missing something. What I did with the first one is I added the part that said I still went to school. So now it reads, although I was tired, I still went to school. Notice the second one, I added the sentence, the second half of the sentence, actually to the beginning of it. I said, I cannot drive a car being only 14. And I did the same thing to the last one. I added a sentence part of it to the front of it. I bought one pizza, which wasn't enough food. So I took my sentence fragment, I added something to it, and I made it into a complete sentence. And that is what we're going to be working on today.